What's going on, people? Alex Elliott back with another little kind of vlog post thing, but I wanted to share today just about the reality of actually getting work in the music industry, because it's not what a lot of you think it is. I have a lot of people asking me the question, how do I get more clients? How do I get more jobs? And all of these kind of things. And there are some traditional ways in which you can do that. But honestly, all of my biggest jobs came through the most non-traditional, indirect means possible. And in order to give context, I'm gonna have to give you a little backstory. Now, I've got this friend called Jay Warner, right? Incredible artist, check out his music. But we've been working together for like maybe nearly 20 years now. And when I first met Jay, he was on this very interesting platform way before the other social medias called MySpace. And I literally posted up like loads of beats, had bare grind beats and stuff at the time, but I posted up this one piano song, right? And Jay heard that piano song and he messaged me, yo bro, can I get this beat to write on it? So I just sent the beat to him over something called MSN. You don't know about that probably, but that was like before iMessage and all of these things, yeah. So I sent it to him. He then sends me back a vocal. This vocal is incredible. Now, bear in mind, this is the first time anyone's like sung on top of one of my beats and actually sent me back recorded audio. So this guy is like a historical part of my journey. But fast forward, I've worked with Jay forever. When no one had any publishing deals, when no one had any interest from labels, it was just two guys on the internet that started working together. It wasn't, oh, let me work with him because this will be a good strategic move for the future to be able to get like loads of work. Like, no, it was, I like this guy and I like making music with him. It probably took 10, 12 years for the outcome of that relationship to actually see fruition in terms of business. Now, the friendship's always been there, so there's always been the enrichment that came from that relationship. But he happened to have a session a few years ago with Leanne, because by this point, he's like working, he's doing top songs, songwriting for all of these different people, and I'm doing my thing over on this side. So he had a session with Leanne from Little Mix, and 3 years or 2 years after that session, she then messages him going, oh, you see that song we made? I really want to finish it. So then they're going to get in a session to finish it. And then Leanne also goes, oh, do you know any other sick producers though? I'm looking to work with some new people. Guess who he name drops? Me. So then I now go down to this session. I have this session with Leanne. We wrote a beautiful song. Hopefully it makes it onto the album. If you're watching this, Leanne, make sure to put that song on the album, bruv. But we make this amazing song together, right? And then I end up making her vocals sound so good that the A&R says, what mic did you use? Because usually her vocal sounds really thin, but it sounds really good. Like, what was the setup? Can you send us the breakdown? So I then send a breakdown of exactly what mic I used, what mic pre and what setup I had. Now, the only reason I was in that situation and able to execute well was because, you see the 12 years before this opportunity, I was building, grafting and perfecting my skill with people who are nobodies. I don't mean that in an offensive way, but what I mean is like, no one I was working with at the time was a strategic move to be like, oh, I'm going to work with this person because they're going to be the next big thing or whatever. I was just working with people that I love to work with. So by the time I get into this environment, I know exactly what I'm doing and how to do it. So long story short, Jay ends up asking me if I want to do the vocal production for her or do it together. And I say to Jay, listen, there's no point doing that, because at the end of the day, you're actually a vocalist, a sick vocal ranger. You might as well do this one, and then I'm just happy to help out where I can. So that was that. Now, every now and again, like Jay can't make a session, who's he gonna call? Alex, bro, can you cover for me today? And I already have a relationship with her, so it's all good. So I'll just cover for him. Now, end of last year, Jay's now moved to Canada. So he's there temporarily for the foreseeable future. So who's going to do the vocals? Who's going to vocal engineer Leanne? Who's going to produce her? Alex. So now I end up getting this job. And this job is a good job. And she's a great client to work with because she's so easy to work with. But do you get the point? If you was to ask me, bro, how did you get these jobs? How did you get these opportunities? Like, do you understand the journey? Do you see the story and how indirect it was? And the reason I mention all of this is because you see, during that time when you don't have anything you're doing and it seems like no work's coming your way, you need to be operating from like a place of passion, so that you continue to work, so that when the opportunity presents itself in the indirect way that it will definitely present itself, that you're first and foremost skilled and ready for the opportunity. And then secondly, you need to invest in people around you and just maintaining the relationships with people around you. Instead of thinking like, how can I work with this person, this big person? No, who's next to you? Who's down the road? Who's the friend of a friend? Your cousin might be the next big thing. Work and build with people around you, and then before you know it, you'll end up in a situation where you're like, wow, this is great. Now, this is just one of many stories. I've gone on to work with so many different people, but all of those stories were the most indirect way. So when you see the posts of us working in these incredible studio spaces,
Thank God for that.
just know
Okay, well, that's
that all of this kind of stuff, being able to work in these cool environments, do you know what I mean? It all starts with someone who you probably already know, who at some point in the near future is going to recommend you for that job that you're trying to do. So be nice to everyone around you, be passionate, work with excellence, but most and foremost, be patient and be resilient.
Yeah.